Hi guys, welcome to the Laughing Gremlins podcast. We're actually doing an intro this week. Last week I did a bad, and we ended up using a funny robot voice.
I have a name. It's Andy.
Sadly, that was the best character of the entire podcast. Anyways, today I'm joined by Damish.
Hello.
Hippie Panda.
Hey guys.
And I'm Notbubbles because I don't know if I said that or not. Anyways, we're going to go right into it. We're going to start talking about Endgame. It's coming out in, I think, 2-3 days after this podcast comes out. Damish is rolling his eyes because he's not much into Marvel because he wasn't loved enough as a child, I'm guessing.
Okay, I'm going to derail you for just 2 seconds. What's good pre-movies to watch before, so I'm just not lost seeing it?
The big one you need to watch is Infinity Wars.
That sounds so boring, though.
The thing about it is that Infinity Wars was a big coming together of all the other movies.
Fair enough.
So you have like 10 movies you have to watch?
In like 8 days. You'll be fine.
I'm sure, yeah. Was it Captain America? Any of his movies?
Yeah, a lot of his movies, actually.
Is Wonder Woman one of them?
No.
Damn it.
You know better. You know better. You're trying to make the neckbeards listening to our podcast cringe.
Oh, they are already cringing.
Oh, probably, but they can wait just like everyone else. They don't need you giving them a shortcut.
That's what I'm here for. The nerd rage.
So anyways, with Endgame coming out, we're going to take a quick guess at what happens. I'm most excited about Damish's guess since, as mentioned before, he hasn't watched any of the Marvel movies. I will give you a hint. The main villain, his name is Thanos. Okay, go ahead.
Why the hell do I have to go first?
Because I don't want you given time to think. Go.
Okay, I got it. Everybody but Deadpool dies. Thanos gets all of his little gem thingies there.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you've seen something?
No.
No.
He just talks a lot. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't.
It's kind of a mixed match. He dreams some of it, he doesn't.
Well, you can't have things happen in Endgame that have already happened, so...
Oh, that's already happened?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Spoilers. Spoilers. For that movie, you have to
sorry.
watch.
So, I'm going to say if it's Endgame, then the good guy's going to win. Can I say that?
That always happens. That's a no-brainer.
Not always.
Apparently not in the last one, seems out.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like part 1 to a sequel, though. So, it'll be fun.
It is
It'll
kind of
work
like
out.
Lord of the Rings. First one doesn't end the best. Second one doesn't end the best. Third one... Hey, we did it.
Hey, finally.
All right, Hippie Panda, your guess. What's going to happen?
Well, obviously the good guys are going to win.
You can't steal mine. Okay.
But, I don't know. I think... Am I allowed to say spoilers?
Try to keep it vague so Damish doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay, I think everyone that's gone is gonna stay gone, so that's sad.
So you think the people who do die in the previous one?
I think they're...
I would like that very much.
Well, I wouldn't like that very much at all, but...
Wait, shit, I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
You're fine, it's fine.
You're
Don't worry
fine,
about
it's spoilers, be quiet.
But sadly, I would like it if they don't get their, like, if the gauntlet gets destroyed or something and they don't have access to the gems.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna rewind it to before the big event that happened. And,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be back and happy. That's my guess. I would love it if they ended up being like, well, we stopped him. Good job, guys. There's 3 of us left.
Well, if they, like, get rid of some of the Avengers, then technically there would be room for new upcoming ones.
That is the idea. Like,
So-
a lot of movies that of Marvel heroes you probably never heard of are getting their own shows.
Mm-hmm.
They might even be establishing the Marvel multiverse where they can just flat out say, no, Thanos wins. This is the universe where he wins everything. But hey, let's go to these other multiverses where Guardians of the Galaxy is still alive. Let's give them a 3rd movie. Spider-Man's
That'd be
back.
cool.
Give him another movie.
Wait, they're all dead?
They might be at the end of
I've actually
this.
seen the second one, and I don't know what actually happened because I was so fucking bored to tears.
You are a bad person.
I am. I actually have a calendar of them up in my room, too. This is the one I got from Loot Crate.
Oh, okay.
One of the last Loot Crates I had.
Actually, this isn't even on the itinerary, but we got a loot crate yesterday, and I think that was the straw that broke... How's that saying go? The straw that broke the captain's back?
The camel, not
Camel's
the cabin.
The camel, sir.
Okay. I'm mixing it up with... I think SpongeBob has a version of the saying. The Flying Dutchman says it. Anyways, talking about the loot crate. It had a bunch of stupid crap in it. Like, I know that's the idea of it, but this was all, like... There was a Captain Marvel kind of really cheap thing. A picture of Captain Marvel. The one cool thing I got was a washcloth that had a face hugger from Alien on it. Even then, that was half-assed
Why are
done
you
because
shaking
there
your
was face huggers back on one side, and I wanted to flip it over and have the face hugger's gross mouth thing that it kind of feeds the baby to you through. It was not. And also, I got a t-shirt that I already got from them once.
Really? I didn't know they actually reuse t-shirts.
They don't normally, but when I was looking through the things that I could get, there was a mystery t-shirt, which basically, if you have more than 2 brain cells, says, we have a surplus of t-shirts from people who didn't order. We're just gonna whoop, whoop, whoop. Not that I don't get it, but maybe put it in a different type of crate that's just like special bonus shirt for people getting something not Loot Crate. That rant's out of the way. Star Wars trailer. Star Wars, what fucking episode is it? 9?
Yeah.
9?
Is it 9? Yeah. It's
What
9.
movie is this? 11? Because you got Rogue One and Han Solo?
No, it'd be 12.
12? What was the other?
The Rogue One and Solo movie and those ones, they don't count.
And there's still Star Wars movies.
They're
but they're not a part of the original.
They're Star
They're
Wars
like
story.
break-offs.
Is what
I know. How many movies of Star Wars stories are there, is what I'm asking.
Oh, a whole bunch. Like 15, I think. But technically those,
I was
they
going
don't
to say,
count
what's
as
the
movies.
12th? But what's 13, 14, and 15th as well?
So you have Rogue One.
Yeah.
You have Solo
Wars?
movie. And what's the other one?
That's what I was asking you for.
Shit, I can't think of the other one. There is another one.
Our local Star Wars expert. Maine is a very small state.
Yes. I will think of it by the end of this podcast, and I'll just blurt it out. And
It's
everybody's
going to
look at
be
me
when
funny.
I'm ending, I'm wrapping it up, saying bye, where they can follow us, and you're just going to be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to look at you like, what? No, you didn't think of it in time. I'm going to edit that shit out.
There's got to be another one.
I haven't heard of another one other than those 2, so.
Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe there's just 14.
You're still missing 2 others.
No, I'm not.
9, 10, 11.
Oh, I really am. No, I'm not.
You got Clone Wars. You can
Nope.
count the...
Yeah, you have the 9 movies. You have those 2. So, yeah, that's fucking hard.
Okay,
And then
so
you have-
just counted bad.
Then you have the Clone Wars, because that's technically a movie, even though it's a cartoon.
Yeah. What about the Christmas special? Second podcast I referenced that piece of shit. The wound's still fresh. So anyways, back to this trailer. You get to see Rey in the desert and...
Again.
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 And what's the proper term for the thing?
The Thing?
Yeah, the thing that
I
comes
only watched it
flying at her.
once. Well, what does it look like?
Is a vehicle.
It's like a sandmobile thing from like
Is
the
it
first
that
couple episodes.
big, like, popsicle looking thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
Souped up pod racing car, we'll call it that.
pod racing.
I think it's
Actually,
actually
I think
like...
it is something like that.
Is it? It's not a motorbike? Like in the first movie?
No.
No.
Whatever movie it is.
No. It's like like he said, like a pod racing car, I think.
I don't know. But my big problem I have with it is she's like one of the more powerful Jedi. Is she technically a Jedi?
No.
But she's one of the more powerful Force
Well,
users.
yes. No. Okay, we're gonna go with a solid no. She is not a Jedi. The reason why I was kind of going back and forth on that because she was trained to be a Jedi by the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But then they kind of threw away that whole order, so no, technically she's not a Jedi. She's just a Force user.
You're just bitter because they didn't allow Anakin a seat on the council.
They did, actually. Palpatine made that happen. You do watch your Star Wars, right?
No,
Before you reference it?
Of course not.
I haven't seen a single Star Wars movie. I've just been skating by on what I've heard.
Fair enough.
Oh, pretty
It
good.
happens.
That's about half true. I think I've watched less than half the movies.
Yeah.
No,
You
less than half.
You really should. Some of them are kind of good, and the ones that are bad, they're made.
They're
up
already
for.
done. I've already
Well,
gotten
no,
through
they're,
them.
they're made up for in other media, so it's the story overall. So it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So back to like the thing comes charging at her, and she's a Force user. Why does she run instead of pulling a Yoda, like hold a hand up and just?
Because they're trying to change the way that the Force is. Like you see the progression in the movies. The very first ones, obviously, they're limited by technical stuff. They couldn't do that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then they go with the prequels, and they're flying all around, so they could do CGI. Now they're just kind of.
I love
Getting
the
that
lore
back
explanation that Darth Vader is old as fuck, and that's why he fights like that.
It does make sense though, because they were both pretty old. That's why it looked like two cripples fighting, because they're old. That's probably gonna get edited out too. Can we say cripples on a podcast?
Yeah, we can say cripples.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Really?
Why can't we? It's not like we're being like those filthy people were not being overly specific.
Well,
yes, I'm going to
we
edit that
are
one out. I
now.
have no idea how I'm going to edit that out. But our favorite robot voice is going to make it come back. And
So anyway, I heard something about a Star Wars trailer for the last movie of the series, hopefully.
The only other point I have is that laugh at the end. So you two talk amongst yourself. I'll
So,
chime in.
what was that last thing that was said on that trailer?
Nobody is truly forgotten. Nobody's truly gone.
Nobody that's gone truly dies, or no one that dies is truly gone. That's it.
Okay, so how many of you realize that they're probably talking about Han?
That's what I was thinking.
Force ghosts.
That's definitely
Coast to
what I was
coast.
thinking.
Force Ghost, I'm actually surprised that they didn't bring more in on the second episode. Yeah, they're going to do Force Ghost, obviously, but I really think they're going to bring Han back.
As a force ghost.
Or it could have been a reference to Leia, because I did see her in the trailer, I believe, right?
I think so, which is a little awkward because,
Yeah.
dead. But nobody who's dead is ever truly gone. They just keep finding people that kind of look like them and putting them in the movies.
So now that we really butchered that trailer and just made everybody cry.
Well, no. You got that evil laugh. That mean you disagree on what that means, apparently.
So people are crying harder.
Yeah, I really think it's a Joker reference because it sounds just like him when he's playing the Joker.
But why would they reference it?
Because it's cool. Because it's Mark Hamilton.
I want Palpatine back. I missed this in it. Damish is trying really hard not to laugh into the mic.
Yes.
Oh, I need to stop doing the uhs and ums. You guys don't hear it, but I do it so freaking often, and I edit it out, and oh my god, I hate myself for it.
Now that I know that, I'm going to do that every 2 seconds. Not like I don't already do that anyway.
You are surprisingly good at that, about it. Like, all your shit is just one long, coherent thought. Mine is just being made up as it goes.
I don't think that's ever been said.
I know, it's probably the nicest thing I've ever said about you. Gotta edit that shit out.
Yep.
No evidence.
We gotta end it now because
No
it's
evidence.
just downhill from here.
Anything else anybody want to say about the trailer?
Go watch the movie, please.
Which one?
All of
Which
them,
one?
actually.
You need to be more specific.
It's okay. We have plenty of time. It comes out in like December.
Yeah, I can watch the...
We can rewatch all of them.
Re-
It'll happen.
We will. We will sit down and we will spend 12 hours, probably not in the same room because I'd probably freak out and die. And then we'll watch all the
darn.
movies in proper order.
So we're just gonna have that wall. For those listening, me and Damish have built a wall kind of about halfway up that separates 2 rooms. Is that thing still there?
It is.
Yeah, that thing's still there.
That's how the dog stays away from all the important stuff.
Yeah, so we built that. So that's probably how we're gonna do it, not in the same room. Like, it's gonna be on one side. I'm gonna be on the other, peering over it. Like, Wilson?
Yes.
Yes, Wilson.
Nice reference.
Yeah. Oh, I
Tool time.
completely forgot. I don't have it planned, but I came up with a little game. For some reason, every podcast, I make a really old movie reference.
That's not a movie.
Now, that's why it reminded me. Like, obviously, this isn't going to be it. But when I make one, if I make one, first person in the comments to point it out gets a special shout out.
Oh, does that mean we can't do it?
Yeah.
So when we're both like,
So when I
that's
make a
probably bad.
terrible reference to some old 007 movie, we all just have to cringe in silence, wait for the trauma to pass, and then we continue.
So we did have a point tonight, right?
So, fuck no. We never have a point. What we do have is Lord of the Rings fan theories. I promised people Harry Potter. Fuck all of you.
And again, I actually forgot to do my homework, so I didn't look any up. So
That's alright. I
That
actually
works.
completely, like, I had Thursday to do my game on my radar and stuff, and then I got called in and put 12 hours into work, so that's not done for me.
Oh, darn.
Sarah doesn't have that excuse.
I actually have one.
You do?
I do.
Wow.
Ah, savior
job,
of the
Mike.
podcast. Savior of the podcast. Alright.
You're
do you want to do yours now? Because it's literally going to be just you doing it for the segment.
No, because it's a Star Wars game.
Oh, right. That is coming out eventually. Is it coming out soon?
It's not. It's coming out in November, but I'm going to make a point.
That's super far away. Man.
No, because there's a reason. I'm going to make a point to actually play a Star Wars game. Because I used to play,
Battlefield?
no, what's that?
The good ones?
What's that MMO called?
Oh, Knights of the Old Republic?
I don't think that's what it is. KOTOR. No, KOTOR's a good one.
Damish is actually talking about the old Republic and Notbubbles doesn't know what he was talking about at all.
Anyway, I played that for a little bit, but I've never actually played a single-player Star Wars game. I'm going to make a point of it because I think it's going to be good.
You've never played Lego Star Wars?
No, I have not.
Actually, I could see you nerding out over Lego Star Wars. You would, like,
I've played Lego Star Wars.
you would make a different account so that nobody can look at your account and see what trophies you have. They'll never find out you played this game. But you would just unlock all the different characters and you'd be like, oh my god, that one's, what, Yakface?
No.
Is that a character or did I just make one up?
I
I think he's a character.
I think he just made it up. There is a yak-looking type creature, but I don't think that's actually his name, because it'd just be racist.
We will look it up.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh, speaking of looking it up, you're right about Bloodhoof. That is his name.
I know. I was pretty sure of it.
Shows how much I pay attention on that.
So, going into the Lord of the Rings fan theories.
Yeah, I was actually kind of confused. I didn't realize there was any fan theories on Lord of the Rings. I thought it was
there's a few, but
cut and dry.
You'd be surprised. People
Have you seen the movies?
I have.
Question out there to everyone. Has anyone not seen the movies?
Well, they are a little bit older.
That is true. This is going to be a tangent. We did an escape room where one of the puzzles was speak friend to pass. And I was like, really? You just ripped this right out of the Lord of the Rings. But
so the fan theories?
Fan theories, yes, that is a thing of which I have, of which I will read before I get on a tangent. Like this one. Tangent. So, real quick, let's ask this about Lord of the Rings. Did you like the Hobbit movies?
Yes. That was mostly because I've been waiting for them for a very long time because I read the books.
The book.
The
Hobbit.
books. The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, I have not read them. Whoops.
I didn't read the Sumerian because I'm not that nerdy.
Yeah, I did not read The Hobbit. I read the other three. I played the Hobbit video game. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
Lego Hobbit, Lord of the Rings?
No, the actual The Hobbit.
I'm pretty sure
for the
they have
Xbox.
a Lego The Hobbit game.
Oh,
They do.
Actually,
Do
they
they?
do. I remember
I'm
hearing
pretty
about
sure
this.
they
They
do.
have Lego Hobbit, but because of licensing, they cannot make the other Hobbit movies. So it's just Lego Hobbit, the first one.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the fan theories?
Yes. Well, this one pertains to The Hobbit. That's why I was like, oh, we should get that out of the way. Was The Hobbit good? It really wasn't. It could have been better, but it wasn't bad for what it was.
The movies or the book?
The movies. The book was a Tolkien book. Of course, it's going to be great. So, Gandalf actually engineered all the events of The Hobbit specifically to kill Smaug so that Sauron couldn't, come to power and make an ally of him. Or a slave, or however that would work. He genuinely didn't give a flying fuck about getting the dwarves their homeland back. It was just, this thing needs to die.
I don't really know if I like that one. Because
that makes Gandalf be, such a bad person.
Yeah, it makes him kind of a treacherous character if you think of him in that way. And he's kind of the friend of, the fellowship and all that stuff. So
true, but it's not really treachery if it's done for a greater good.
He kind of put the dwarves in danger, and then, Bilbo. And
I was going to say, have you seen the movie? You put Bilbo in a shit ton of danger.
Yeah. Well,
but is it okay to sacrifice 9 dwarves?
There was 12.
12.
Because Bilbo was the unlucky 13.
Right.
Or lucky 13, whatever.
Is it wrong to risk 13 when if Smaug was enlisted by Sauron, there would be so many more deaths?
But Smaug was just a dragon. He really wasn't that big of a threat.
Nobody has ever just said, it's just a dragon.
Yeah, he is literally just a dragon. Sauron had
Any
a
dragon would
army.
be bad. But yeah, that was a neat one. Eru, I think I'm pronouncing that right, one of the gods, who's all about fire and loyalty. Basically, when Gollum, this is actually pertaining back into the books. I don't remember if the movie touched on it, but when Gollum attacked Frodo, they pushed him off, and Frodo said, if you lay your hands on me again, you will die by pain of fire, or something like that. It was the exact word choice of, well, that's foreshadowing.
I don't remember that.
But yeah, basically, Gollum swears over and over again, fealty to them, and because he turns on them, the god's like, push. He makes Gollum falling in with the ring happen.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the greed of the ring that made that happen.
Yeah, gods work in mysterious ways.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a god just come down, pick Gollum up by the scruff of the neck, and be like, this is because you were bad, drop?
Pretty sure you could just stop that in just 3 words and same answer.
Yeah. Wow.
4 words, my bad. Math is really hard today.
Oh, well, we blasphemed today. That's a good one.
We gotta get it all out. We can't just, pick and choose small groups. We gotta get everybody.
I do like this one. Gollum isn't what Smeagol became by himself. Gollum is actually the entity within the ring slowly taking over.
Huh, these are really not where I thought they were going. I thought you were going to do the usual, Gandalf, orchestrated Bobo.
Gandalf is actually
Bilbo.
gay for Frodo. J.K. Rowling, he's taking over this podcast.
So do you have any fan theories that are good?
Here's one. This is kind of rehashing an episode of Game Theory, or Film Theory, actually, as it were. When the Balrog pulls Gandalf down, and before he falls, he ends up telling the people, fly you fools. And the idea was that was the plan all along. The idea behind that is they were going to fly the eagles the entire time. That was the plan, but as soon as Gandalf was gone, and he only had like 3 words, math is hard, to try and share his plans with people, it was fly you fools. And the idea is that they were going to meet in the Misty Mountain, find eagles, and fly the eagles over the mountain, just drop the damn. And Boromir would be on the eagle being like, haha, could you imagine if we walked the whole way? Someone could have died.
Okay, so did you look on the internet for the biggest fan theories of Lord of the Rings and just kind of brush those aside?
There aren't a whole lot of good ones.
So I got 3, even though I said
like you said, it is cut and dry.
Like I said before, when I said I didn't know any, there's actually 3 that I could think of. Well, 2, because I just lost the 3rd one. So, first one, Smeagol's actually a hobbit, and he transformed into Gollum because of the power of the ring. That one's an obvious one.
Yeah, I don't even think I'd fight that one.
As I was trying to say before, Gandalf orchestrated Bilbo getting the ring so he could get that ring of power. And what was the 3rd one? I had it too.
Wait, go back to that second one first.
Where Gandalf orchestrated Bilbo getting the ring? Oh, I remember what the 3rd one is now.
So, Gandalf, the super good person that you're like, no, they wouldn't put these people at risk to kill a dragon.
So, the difference between the whole dragon thing and Bilbo getting the ring is because he had so much trust in the hobbits, Bilbo and Frodo and that they would be able to fulfill the journey of actually getting the ring to the
I thought
mountain.
you were trying to say that like Gandalf was trying to do it for himself.
No.
That makes more sense.
Basically get the ring, put it in somebody's hands that he trusts, and get him out to the mountain. He didn't really trust anybody else. That's why throughout the whole entire book, The Hobbit, there's kind of hints that, Gandalf already knew, then all of a sudden he had to take off.
Yeah, but
so he knew all about it.
That seems like a huge... God, I hope this plays out the way I want, that Frodo's going to end up get separated from the group, find Gollum, find the ring, and not get killed by the thing that would kill him for trying to take the ring.
Anyway, and the 3rd one, Gandalf the White and Gandalf the Grey are not the same person.
Is this because he was reborn? Like Anakin and Vader?
Nope. He actually died, and Gandalf the Grey was somebody else. That's another
like
big
a
fan
spirit that kind of tried to possess him.
Nope, just somebody else.
Random dude.
Obviously not a random dude. I don't remember the whole fan theory, but Gandalf the White actually died, and Gandalf the Grey was somebody else.
Huh.
That one was a little.
That
weird.
one needs a bit more detail for me to be able to put anything.
Like I said, it's been a while since I thought about
like
Lord of the
if
Rings.
it was something like a spirit trying to take over him and then merging of Gandalf and that spirit, I could see something like that.
You just made that weird.
I know, but random dude showing up being like, I'm Gandalf, yo.
That's almost exactly how it happened. They're getting ready to, kick somebody's ass thinking it was whoever they're trying to fight. I don't remember now. And it was Gandalf.
Saruman.
Was it Saruman?
Yeah, they were worried it was him.
Yeah, when they're in the woods.
Yep. So back to the Eagles flying the ring. Can you put any reason why that would be a bad idea? Huh? Hippie Panda, he's pointing at you.
Why me?
Because I don't think you really talked this entire episode.
She said hi. Wow, you continue to almost talk throughout this podcast.
I don't want to talk about Lord of the Rings anymore.
Well, too bad.
I concur, actually.
Flying the Eagles.
You've said like 4 and then he said 3 and I'm like, what is this?
I'll do one more after this one. Can you think of any reason why flying the Eagles would be not a good idea?
Flying the
Yeah,
Eagles.
because
Repeat
it'd be
the
a
entire thing.
boring fucking set of books. That's why.
Well, how about the fact...
Repeat the thing.
Okay, so the idea was that they were planning to fly on the Eagles after meeting up with the Misty Mountain after going through the area with the Balrog.
Why? What's the point?
To not have to walk the whole damn way.
So
Yeah, but wouldn't that just be like done?
Yeah,
Well,
that's why they would do it.
No.
I'm gonna punch a hole in it right now. What was the name of those big bat thingies? Was it Nargles? The one with the 9 Kings of Men?
Nazguls?
Yeah, sure. Those would probably be a good reason why they didn't do that.
The reason I like why they didn't do that is the ring tricks people or makes people want the power. Eagles would not be immune to that because they're actually intelligent creatures.
But they're eagles.
They're old beings.
They're eagles.
If hobbits want it after a while, and whatever Gandalf is, because Gandalf isn't human.
There he is.
He's not human.
He's human.
He's not.
Gandalf is actually a Maya, an old spirit walking around in human form, unaging for 2019 years in total, though his age is over 9,000. Cue Dragon Ball Z meme.
Alright, and here's the one that I've been saving to the end. Gollum killed Frodo's parents. Because in the books it states that Frodo, his parents died in a freak boating accident.
Did it?
Yeah, his parents died in a freak boat accident. And we know that Gollum knew where he was because Sauron got information of him, Baggins Shire, during the torture scene.
Hold on. We're going to stop this because this is boring me to tears. Good job on that. Why? Why would he kill his parents and not go after the ring?
You make it sound like he's the most intelligent and well put together person. He's old as fuck, dude.
Who, Gollum?
Joel.
Yeah, so?
He's senile.
That's true.
Alright, so we'll leave Lord of the Rings alone. And we will go on to a new segment called the Mystical Creature of the Week.
Really?
Whether or not this continues... do you have a better name for it?
No, I didn't know what was coming up. You need to let me prep for this kind of stuff.
I flat out told you what it was and what it... Literally what it was and what it was.
Oh, we're doing this because you're wrong?
What? Oh, no. I was wrong because I had the two creatures mixed up, but... No, the mythical creature this week is the Manticore. Would you like to explain what the Manticore is, since you're better at it than I am?
Oh, not really.
Hippie Panda, do you know what the Manticore is?
It's like a half scorpion
She's
lion
got more on it than I did.
Thing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's the body of a lion, the face of an old man, and the tail of a scorpion.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's got a face of a lion.
No.
And it's got a tail of a scorpion. That's pretty much all.
No.
The only
This
thing.
is what the creature actually is, not its portrayal in different
I don't
media.
remember there being a face of an old man.
Yeah,
but
face of an old
I
man.
remember lion and scorpion.
It's from Persian folklore.
And it's got bat wings, too.
Some
it?
instances to have it having the wings of a dragon. Not all of them.
They go back and forth for some time debating about what this mythical creature looked like. In summary, the original lore depicts it of having the face of an old man, but it is usually portrayed in most media as Damish was describing. There, I saved you guys about 10 minutes of listening to those two ninnies bickering.
Last little bit of tidbit on it. It actually isn't able to speak. Its voice sounds like a trumpet.
So
we can speak, just not in a...
Not in something we'd understand.
Well, obviously, you can't understand anything that will look like that.
okay, I know I've beaten this to a dead horse, but math is hard today. Out of about 20 to 25 pictures, one has a face of a person. The rest are all lions' heads, and that one is from Wikipedia.
Damish has a hard time letting things go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have to edit that out?
Which part? The argument for half
You
an
guys
hour?
need
Or
to-
Jesus Christ.
Both, probably.
Actually, that would probably be the funniest part about it. Listen to us fucking bickering back and forth, and then all of a sudden you get the Jesus Christ bleeped out. Anyway, let's move on. Before,
The
there's
last
blood.
thing I'm going to say about these things is
No, just fucking skip the Manticore, man. Okay,
I'm probably going to edit the whole thing out, but if I can salvage it, I was actually really disappointed in D&D and Pathfinder, because I was hoping there'd be some lore behind them. No, it's just a random beast.
really?
Really, like that boggled my mind. And same with the Persian folklore. It's just like, it's a beast. Was there a god that was angry at one point? No, it's a beast. If you hear music and you see an old man's face through the reeds, run. You can't outrun it. Just hope it's not committed to playing with you. But anyways, that's Manticores. And we will go right into Game of Thrones as soon as Damish, after a time lapse, finishes looking up on his phone.
Trying to prove you wrong on something.
No, I'm actually reading the Wikipedia article. I want to see why you are so convinced that that's what it is. We can continue. I can
Okay,
multitask.
Game of Thrones.
Alright, so we're going to go into spoiler territory for the Game of Thrones first episode because we're a week behind.
Honestly, let's just say it now. If you haven't watched it, you're just a loser anyway, so...
Perfect, summed it up.
There you go.
There, we don't even have to tell the people who haven't seen it to get off because they just rage quit the podcast.
Yeah, I'm
Perfect.
sorry, but
Nice hearing
it's
that.
been gone for a long time. You should have been excited and, stay
Yeah.
up way too late on school night, so...
That's what I'm going to be doing Sunday for the next one. But anyway, so first episode of Game of Thrones. Overall, what does everyone think of the episode? Good, bad, middle?
It wasn't their best season opener, but...
Oh, I would go it's their worst season opener.
Well, no, it's not the worst, because their very first season was kind of shit, too.
It was, but at the same time, they have an excuse. You don't know these people. You need to figure out these people. It felt a lot like that. Like
It's a builder episode. Nothing's gonna happen in it. It's just getting
That's
okay.
the big
This
problem.
is where all
Nothing
these
happened.
people
It was
are
very
right now.
on-action packed.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be. This is where everybody
There was-
is now. These were all the pieces
Yeah.
are. Next episode, bam.
Yeah, next episode I'm
Everybody
really excited
dies.
for.
Mm.
But this one was a whole... I think the reason I genuinely disliked this episode, and when I say dislike, I mean it's still better than most episodes of most TV that I watch, but it's bad for a Game of Thrones episode.
I'm sorry, not too many other TV shows make me want to punch my TV.
But anyways, my problem with this was there was so many things I had already imagined that I was really excited for, and then it came time for it and just whiffed on all but one. Like, I was really looking forward to Arya and Jon Snow getting back together.
It was actually a pretty good reunion.
It wasn't bad, but it was just very emotionless for what I was expecting.
Were you expecting them to cry and hug and tea party and all that?
Yeah, maybe not tea party, but...
They're kind of seasoned warriors, man. They're not
They've
gonna...
been through a lot. I think their reunion was good for what it was.
Yeah.
I was expecting more. The big one I didn't like was the Hound. Like, there wasn't even a smirk. Like, that's all I wanted. Like, there's a moment where, like, Sandra Clegane points out, you left me to die, and she's like, first I robbed you. And I wanted there to just be a little smirk on both their faces and him to just walk away. But instead he's just like, you're a cold bitch.
But that's always been their relationship.
Yeah, how is that not the best line?
It's not the best.
She left him to die, and he's all like, you're a cold bitch, but I guess that's why you're still alive.
Right.
That's best line ever.
I don't know. Gendry's was alright. This is all Arya meeting up with people.
Yeah, it was
Gendry-
kind of the episode, to be honest.
We got to see Jon Snow ride a dragon. That was...
That's fucking fan
straight,
service.
yeah, that was straight up just reminding people like, remember, he's a Targaryen. Poke, poke. Don't forget the big important thing we're going to hit you with later.
So, the whole internet's a buzz about... The fuck's the name of
Cersei's
the dragon?
elephants.
No, what's the name? What's the name of the dragon?
Which one?
Actually,
Rhaegar?
so we were going to do sci-fi facts later, and I was going to have
Right.
one, but I'm going to do one right now.
Oh.
They are not fucking dragons. They are wyverns.
Can wyverns breathe fire?
They're wyverns because they have hind legs and wings attached to their front legs.
Oh.
That's actually
so
that's the difference between a dragon and a wyvern. And it's always pissed me off that they never really
I
separated
never
that
thought
out.
about that.
Yeah, but it just
Oh,
dawned
that's
on
going to
me.
bother me forever now.
It just dawned on me because of the sci-fi.
Thank
anyway,
you for ruining that for the entire 3 people who are going to listen to that.
Anyway,
Me,
back to
Hippie
what I was
Panda, and Dan.
saying. And there's a buzz about that dragon, like eyeballing John as he's getting ready to
Pork his mom.
bang his aunt there. So, anybody excited about that? Do you think it had any kind of meeting?
The people were like the behind the look episode where the people were putting
Whatever it was.
so much like, we wanted to show that the dragon was going to accept John, but it felt the complete opposite. Like it looked like the dragon was just like outsider. I'm not allowed to eat you, but I wish I could.
Actually, I was really just like half expecting that dragon to be like, "What you doing?"
What you mean?
That's what I
That
saw,
did come to mind. Like,
that's my mom. What do you think you're
like-
doing?
the cliche of like dogs watching while the couple have sex in the bed. That's what was going through my mind, and I was trying very hard not to laugh at the idea of that.
I'm sorry, but that's just weird. You kick your dog out.
Yeah, not everyone does. Some people love their dogs. Oh, that's so much worse than I meant it. I am sorry, everybody.
Worst episode ever.
If you're gonna do it, you have to do it in the impression of the
I feel like you
comic
say
book
that
man.
every episode, though. You're just like, this is the worst.
Yeah. Let's try to stay on point just a little bit here.
That's not gonna happen because we're gonna go into the rage moment. Mike's grimacing. He knows what this is. Theon Greyjoy being a badass and saving his sister with no problems.
So, I don't mean to interrupt.
Go
everybody
ahead.
here.
No, go
Was
ahead.
he actually even a badass? Like, yes, he killed a guy coming into the room.
Yeah,
but he
but-
really didn't have any fucking resistance.
That is the most badass Theon has been this show.
He should have fucking died. Long time ago. Kill the fucking character. He's annoying as shit. But even when he's supposed to reunite with his sister and take his home back, he's like, I'm gonna go play with John now. Is that cool? Come on.
I'm still mad at how much they've ruined Euron. Believe it or not, he's a great character in the books. He's a fuckboy in the TV show.
What have you said about the books?
I know, you don't like that they exist, but they exist. Actually, that's what the TV show is based on, and they missed hard on that. I do like that they mentioned it. His crew is mutes. They mentioned it in the show. Did they ever go into
What's
the
your
reason why
opinion
that is?
on the Dickless guy being the hero?
I hate him. I feel like he wasn't a hero. I feel like he owed it to her to go save her because he couldn't fucking do anything.
He owed it to the series to die in the attempt.
He should have,
I
but
agree, actually.
it was not a heroic thing. It wasn't. It was good. You actually got a freaking pair of balls for a second.
And the
and
worst
then they won again.
the worst part is that there's still a chance he's going to be the big hero of the entire show.
Yeah.
I hope that's the payoff of his
hate
arc.
this
Just like,
show.
I'm a badass. Save my sister, dead.
I don't remember if I mentioned this before, but they really need to just pop him like they did with Brian Austin Green in Sarah Connor Chronicles. Just kill him and just have the camera just roll over him. And nothing else is ever said about him. That's it. Like he never even existed. Dead, gone.
I would wish. I always get shit from people whenever that we're talking about like, oh, the torture that was being done to Theon. It's like, that was too much. It was like, honestly, I didn't feel bad for him once.
No.
You're an asshole. Die.
Pretty much. Is that all we had on that one?
Was there anything else big that happened? Oh, Jon Snow finding out who he was. We didn't mention that. That's like the one interesting plot.
I really thought Sam was gonna lose his shit. He's just sitting there like so smugly, like, but you could see in his face, like, I just want to choke the bitch, but I can't.
I do like, oh, your father's dead. I had him killed. Oh, well, guess I'll be allowed back home. Like, there's a bright side. And then, your brother's dead too. Just lost it, done. Father's dead. Alright. Yeah, sucks, but, it happens.
And aside from him being annoying, he's probably starting to be one of my favorite characters.
Sam? Yeah.
He's always been one of my favorite characters.
I don't think he's ever cracked your top 5. You don't even.
No, but like, I really loved when he was on screen because he's funny and always does the right thing.
Along with Gilly, too. That's just because she's Cassie. If anybody knows who Cassie is, you're just 10 times cooler than you were before.
Okay.
Skins. It's a cool show.
Who is Cassie?
From Skins? Have you ever seen Skins before?
Nope.
Me neither.
Probably should.
Okay, I'm not the only one. I was like, why am I always like this?
We all make our own references that nobody gets.
That's the great thing about podcasts.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, I will say about this episode, I am excited because what's happening next episode is Jaime Lannister's on trial. That's actually the one big one that I feel like they nailed right. The reunion between Jaime and Bran. And it lasted 2 seconds. Like, Jaime saw Bran, you could see in his face, he's like, oh, fuck. And then it cut to credits. That was the one thing where I was like, nailed it. Are you fucking kidding me? It's done.
So was it you that sent me that link with the joke where he's all like, need a push?
No.
That would have been the funniest fucking thing ever. But it didn't happen.
That's fantastic, though. Anyways, so what's going to happen in the next episode is that Jaime's going to be put on trial. I don't know if you saw the scenes from the next episode.
I haven't. Thanks for the spoilers, asshole.
Yeah. Danny's flat out looking at him, and she's pointing out, like, me and my brother always talked about what we would do to the man who killed our father. And that's when I realized, like, oh shit, he did do that, didn't he? That's her father.
Darn.
So, me and somebody else were actually talking about this. I think they're going to show Danny's crazy side.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Like, honestly, who the fuck put somebody on trial when you got, like, a horde of undead coming after your ass?
Well, yeah.
Walking
there's
but,
clear reason to be suspicious of him when he's pointing out, like, you're not getting that army you were promised. I'm here. Because then, he part of the plan?
He came alone. What the fuck's he going to do?
Yeah, but...
Honestly, if you don't trust him, put his ass on the front.
Yeah.
Right. If anything, it should be like, oh, I should kind of trust you. You're going against Cersei, so...
Yeah.
But yeah.
You literally put yourself closer to the undead horde coming after your ass. So, yeah, you're a little bit cooler in my book.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that shit later.
What's going to happen with this is that this is going to be the spark that actually ends up separating Jon and Dany. Because there was that whole, like, you gave up your kingdom to protect everyone, which you do the same. And I think Jon's going to look at it as he has more right to be angry with Jaime than she does. Because Mad King needed to die. He needed to die, but Bran didn't need to get pushed. He's going to be angry. He's going to forgive Jaime. She's going to be angry. She's going to have a hard time doing it. And he's going to look at that like, wow, maybe she's not the one.
No, like I said, she's going to show her crazy side. They've been alluding to it for a couple seasons now, that she's basically the Mad King reincarnated. And I think they're just going to start showing it, where she's just going to start burning everybody.
I think that's the Night King who's the Mad King reincarnated.
Was it you that showed me that?
I don't remember where I saw it, but I think I
saw
mentioned
that
it to
too.
you. I don't put stock in it. Since Lord of the Rings fan theories were a bust, should we just come up with a bunch of Game of Thrones?
No,
We
that's
already
for
did that. Stop.
that's for another episode.
Yeah. So what can we end off on with Game of Thrones? I still say Jaime's the one that kills the Night King because it's not Theon. That's the big one I want.
Oh, yeah, so I have a question. What the fuck was it that Arya was trying to get Gendry to build her?
I don't know, because it looks like it would be one of those ballistas that Cersei's weapon could fire, but she wouldn't know about that.
I think it's a spear, because in one of the trailers you could see her wielding like a bow staff kind of thing. So I think it's going to be a spear range weapon, because she is kind
she
of
did train with one of those, didn't she?
Yeah, but she is kind of a small person, so she really doesn't want to
Extra
get
range?
too close to those, zombie horde.
Is that going to be
Is that kosher to say?
Yeah, they're zombies. I don't care what people say. They're zombies.
Any opinion?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Only thing I can think of is the ballista to try and take down the dragon. Because she might have been told about, like, how the dragon died. So it might be a dragon glass ballista specifically for
well,
that
I mean, it's
thing.
kind of obvious when you're told, this lady, foreign, with 3 dragons, and then she shows up and there's only 2 dragons.
Well, yeah, but even then, at that point, she'd reunited with John, right? So she might have been told firsthand, like...
I don't know, but she did look pretty amazed when she saw the dragon.
Yeah, I did see one picture of it that was just, like, her reaction to seeing a dragon, and then just, I want one. That would be mainly to have Arya's character back.
What's next? Besides awkward silence?
Sci-fi trivia.
We've got our trivia. This is a new segment that we're experimenting with. Probably going to go better than the Manticore, if you even get to hear about the Manticore.
Which you probably won't, because it was horrible.
It was.
But, on that bright note, if you actually do get to hear about the Manticore, who's right? Notbubbles or Damish?
Anyways, so the idea of this segment is we're going to ask each other questions. We each have one, I think. And the question is designed to be... It's not supposed to be uber specific, because Damish would completely destroy me if he went into anything Star Wars, Clone Wars. I'd be fucked. But it's supposed to be one of those things that actually gets you going, oh, fuck, what, fuck. I know this. One of those questions. And who wants to go first?
Oh, I think I just got the nod.
Yep.
Okay, so mine's actually kind of a lot, just to start this off.
Oh, real quick, just to point out, we started with sci-fi for this week. That was the theme.
Oh, did we not say that?
I don't think we did.
Oh, because
I said it twice.
That would have gotten
No.
weird if we would have just started
That was the first
talking.
Yep.
So, my first one is, in a movie, 2001 A Space Odyssey, what is the name of the computer?
HAL 9000.
Okay. You actually got to pause and pretend like you don't know for a few seconds.
Do I?
I know it was a lobber, but come on.
Sorry, I was just really excited. I was like, oh god, if you ask me anything other than the name of the robot, I'm fucked. And then you're like, what's the name of the robot? And I was like, got it. Phew. Do you want to come up with a different one?
No, that one was supposed to be easy, but you should have taken a little bit more time.
It was
Sorry,
easy.
sorry.
Look at that.
Well, these might all be easy. So, in Doctor Who, they travel in a TARDIS, the blue phone box. What does TARDIS stand for?
Really? No. That's bullshit.
Is it bullshit because it's easy or bullshit because that's...
It's bullshit because I can't remember what it fucking
That's
stands
exactly
for.
what we're going for. You've seen this episode. It's an acronym?
It is an acronym,
It
but
is.
I can't think of what it is.
DARDIS. And to be fair, I didn't have to look this up.
You knew it?
Bullshit.
I knew it. To being fair, I did watch the first episode of the 9th Doctor.
Where they said it for you?
Yeah, I watched the episode with her like 3-4 months back.
Yeah. The thing that sucks about this the most, though, is as soon as you start saying it, that's what
Yeah,
the fuck it
as
is.
soon as I tell you, I'm going to have a whole lot of really loud cursing headed out.
Go ahead.
Hang on.
You know
Okay.
your shows.
What does the T stand for?
Time.
A, I'll give you is N. R, another hint, R and D go together. It's basically a bloop bloop. And think of the TARDIS.
I don't know. Just
I don't
us.
know. Yeah.
Okay, the IS is in space, so time and blank blank in space. What's the unique feature of the TARDIS?
It's bigger on the inside.
It's smaller on the outside, actually. Time and relative dimension in space.
I'm never going to remember that.
Damish is angry.
Pretty sure that's not what relative dimension is actually referring
Well,
to.
it's referring... I just smacked the mic. Nice. It's referring to the relative dimension of the outside box, even though the inside of...
I don't, but anyway, so...
Okay.
I'll let you be the one to answer really quickly, because...
Mine is hard because
it's
Firefly. Because you guys were like, you guys would be able to stump me at all. So I was like, oh really? Okay, so it comes from episode 5, Shindig.
Yep.
The episode starts off with a friendly game of pool at a bar. What does the sign above the bar say?
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Oh.
Is this the one about unification
The sign
Day?
above the bar?
Yes.
That says, house is not responsible for pool malfunctions.
Is that really what it says?
It says management not responsible
Oh,
for
yeah.
Close
ball
the fucking
failure.
gap.
That's actually
But
good.
that
'cause
was
as soon as
really
you started
good. Good
saying
job.
it, that's like right after the balls blink out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still say we
That
get
was
credit
really
for that
good. You
being
get credit for
uber
that.
specific.
That was good.
You sure you don't want to come up with another one real quick?
Yeah. What do Manticores actually look like?
They've
They
got
have
the face
faces
of an old
of
man.
lions.
We gonna call it good?
Yes, but I get to pick the creature for
next week?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make Manticore somewhat salvageable. Oh, we never even talked about the fact that in Game of Thrones it's just this weird little insect creature.
So, all arguing aside, obviously everybody is going to make their own version of the creature.
Yeah.
All these old friggin' creatures from like biblical times, and they're just
we don't
really
need to
weird.
argue every episode.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was really hoping for, like, oh, it happened when this god created this because this person did this. Like, the story of Arachnid.
Well, that's the same thing with the devil and the beast. They kind of combined it, but in the Bible, the beast has like 7 faces with fucking 10 crowns.
I thought he had 3.
Or whatever it is.
I don't know.
It's some weird fucking many faces, many crowns, and horns. It's like, that's stupid.
Who has more faces, the devil or Arya?
Seems though Arya's not a faceless man.
Which
Probably the
means she
devil.
has no face.
She is
Zero
a faceless
faces.
man, though.
She's not.
Or she's at least no.
No, not anymore. That was kind of the whole point.
She's still able to use the faces without being blinded.
Yeah, well, that was just a plot hole. Because pretty sure when she left, she said, "I'm Arya Stark," and just kind of.
But she
So
learned to
how
be
do you
no
know
one.
that she can still use the faces? She hasn't used one since.
Well, she used it to kill.
Since coming back to Westeros.
Fuck their name.
Right.
The phrase.
Yeah,
It was-
Walder.
Yeah, but
Well,
that
it
was
was at the
that was a
beginning of-
little while ago.
Yeah.
Season 7.
But yeah, I guess we'll wrap that up, guys. Thanks for listening to the Laughing Gremlin podcast. You can follow us on our Twitter at Laughing Gremlin. You can follow us on Ifunny, _laughing_gremlins. You can join our WoW server on the Fenris server. It's not our server, but you can join our guild
It's my server.
on the Fenris server. Horde only. Don't be scrubs. And join our Discord. Hit us up on any of the aforementioned sites to get the link. What am I forgetting this week?
So, down in the comments, describe about the best argument you've had with one of your buddies and how wrong they were.
Any closing thoughts?
Nope, that's it.
Bye.
Bye.